Welcome inside Target Field. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets taking on the Minnesota Twins. Big storyline of this one is the recent struggles of today's starter. Just hasn't seemed to be able to find his rhythm.
Yeah, Boog, just look at these stats. We've seen his frustration building every time he leaves one up in the zone. Can't overthink it. Needs to just trust his instincts and let it fly out there.
We'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. Our starting pitcher in this one, Joe Ryan. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Francisco Lindor leading things off and takes a strike. Got the bat going too soon and strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Going gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
Juan Soto now. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a ground ball, and that one finds its way through.
Batting third, the first baseman, Pete.
Here's Pete Alonso.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more. I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up. He wants to have a good at bat.
And that chance handled to second for 1. On to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The third baseman, Mark Vientos.
And now it's Mark Vientos. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Two outs, base is empty.
Hey, two.
That one missed. Up and in, and the count is 2-2. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Into the second deck it goes. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
And now it's Jose Siri. Had the day off yesterday. Ripped to short. Zips it to first. And that is that. But two round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And it's 2-zip. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back at Target Field. And today's starting pitcher, Kodai Senga. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
On the ground, and foul ball. Cut on and lifted in the air. Siri in position. Hauls it in for the out. Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
And first offering is fouled off.
Ball, that's outside.
One out, base is empty. That one's in there, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And the righty deals. Just missed. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through, and that extends the inning. Here's Royce Lewis, and there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. He makes the grab, and that's the inning. One left. Back in Minnesota, here's Starling Marte.
Designated hitter, Starling.
For Joe Ryan, the journey so interesting when you think of a guy who started his college career at Cal State Northridge and then ultimately transferred to a Division II school, Cal State Stanislaus. Man at first, Francisco Alvarez will hit next. Hit hard, should be extra bases. Around second is Marte. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Well done, drives in the run. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
And it goes just foul.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. One out in the second.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Jeff McNeil batting with one down, takes a strike.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Alvarez crosses the plate. And it's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Picks himself up at RBI. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. He's already homered in this game. Swings through that one. Lindor with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And now 2 aboard.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. The run comes in from second. Stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. The relay to third. Tag, and he's out. Try to get back, and that will end the inning. So they get... And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now, Matt Wallner. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Just missed. Wallner launched a pair of homers in his last game. And that's fouled off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's Trevor Larnach. And a ground ball to first. Got him on the off-balance throw. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Bader.
2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Harrison Bader. Fastball is outside.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Check swing, called strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Next offering is down low. And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Edouard Julien, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
0-2.
Next pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. Got him swinging. Twins wind up all set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Ryan back to work.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. Line drive, makes the catch for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Siri now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
On the run, sends it over to first. Got him! Nice play.
Just an outstanding play going up the middle right there, and the exchange to get the throw off to first just shows you why he's one of the best shortstops around. So smooth, yet so quick at the same time, and any slower, and those wheels burning down the first baseline are going to turn that into an infield hit.
Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Ball 1 there.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
That one hit to right. Makes the grab on the run. And that is that. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. First pitch misses. Vasquez goes 5 feet 9 inches, 205 pounds, and he was a 9th round draft pick back in 2008.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
This is Willie Castro. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That's one misses. That's 5 straight.
1-0.
And now 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Vasquez gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swings and misses. 2-2. And there's a ball. This one in the air right field. Soto gets under it. Makes the grab. And there's one down.
Now batting.
And now for the Twins, Jose
Miranda.
That's a ball.
In the dirt. to second, and he's out.
You know, Boog, this is the part of the game that oftentimes is overlooked. This is the grunt work. Great job of the catcher using his body to deaden that pitch, keeps it close, and then throws a strike down to second. Hats off.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated.
Ah, that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Nothing doing here. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Francisco Alvarez. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Simeon Woods Richardson warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Castellano also throwing. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-2.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Grounded out his first time up.
Nimmo.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And there's a foul ball. That one outside. Now 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Fly ball down the line. Larnach sizing this one up. Brings it in. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 1, second baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Jeff McNeil stands in. Singled and scored his first time. Hit in the air, center field. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Bottom of the inning. Here's Carlos Correa. So you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Lewis takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that misses. And that's ball 2. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Correa aboard here at first with nobody out. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Typically that high fastball,
Now
if it's close
right
to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Hammered, base hit. And they had their first hit since the first inning. And now Bader up to the plate. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Way outside, and it gets away. So on the wild pitch, 2 guys advance. And down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Now pitching for the
We're
Twins.
back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 5th.
24.
Simeon Woods Richardson.
Simeon
He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Richardson.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. In the air, left field. Larnach calls it in, and there's 1 away. And now it's Juan Soto.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Swing and a pop-up. Lewis on the move. And there's 2 away.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those high fastballs, they just look really good because they're eye level, but they're just about impossible to get the barrel to.
Alonso now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1.
Wow, that's not even close to the zone.
Way out front for strike 2.
This
No
guy's
ball, 2
pounding
strikes.
the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And now
1 ball,
1 and
2
2.
strikes.
And that's
Ball
down
2.
and away. Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a ball line to center. Bader pulls it in on the run. Mets go down quickly as they are unable to add to their. Back at target field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And now for the Twins, Edouard Julien. And that's too high.
Well, these Twins just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball.
That hit him.
That ball got him.
And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Here's Christian Vasquez. And first offering is fouled off. Julien gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that drops in for a strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And
1
ball
ball,
1.
2 strikes.
Runner at first with no outs here. Hit in the air, left field. Nimmo has it sized up. 1 away. So the batting order turns over. And now the DH, Willie Castro. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Fought off foul. On the ground at first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air.
Now
lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Miranda.
And now the first baseman, Jose Miranda. That one missed.
Ball 1, no strikes. Nope, inside. Ball 2.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That ball went out.
And another ball. Carlos Correa in the on-deck circle for the Twins. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And a strike.
We got a full count.
Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. Handcuffed him with that slider. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Back in Minnesota, new inning getting started, and stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Woods Richardson back to work. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Danny Coulombe up and throwing. Sands warming up as well. Here's the swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that.
Now
really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now here is Jose Siri. Way inside. Nobody out. Runner at first. Siri, 29 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3, but it's not in time, and they just get one. Starling Marte up to him. 1 for 2.
Designated hitter, Starling Marte.
That catches the top part of the zone. That's strike one. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Ugly cut on the slider for strike 3.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Nimmo stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That's hard hit on the line. And this one looks like trouble. Siri around third. He'll score. Here comes Alvarez around third. There's the tag. Then get him. And that's the inning. But they push across 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. And 1 left on base. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Mets 6 and the Twins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark.
For the
and
Twins,
here comes Carlos
the
Correa.
shortstop, Carlos.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
The next offering misses, and now 2-0. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Ball 3.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
So up next for Minnesota, Royce Lewis. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The Twins with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the sixth. Next offering misses down and away. High fly ball, right field. Soto gets under it. 2 down. 2 down, base
Now
is empty. And now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. Check swing called strike. And that is strike 1. Late on that fastball.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Larnick up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside, ball 1. Wallner leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Pitch misses. 2-1. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On a line out towards center. Siri makes the catch. And that will end the inning. 1 left for Minnesota. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Lindor.
Here's Francisco Lindor. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, absolutely levitate some people with your breath.
Up next for the Mets, the right fielder, Juan.
Here's Juan Soto. And that is out of play.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep. And then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. There's one. How about that double play?
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-1.
Got him swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Mets strand 1, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Harrison Bader.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
Now pitching for the
We're
Mets.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom
Number
of the seventh.
72.
Daniel Nunez.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-1.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just
Nope,
missed.
outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Nimmo makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman,
And
Edward.
now Edouard Julien. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And a foul ball. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Gets a piece and stays alive. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And now 2 gone. Christian Vasquez, the hitter.
Number 8, Christian Vasquez.
Out to short, Lindor. The throw to first, third out. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They still find themselves down 6-0. We go to the 8th, and stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. And the first offering is not close. Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Danny Coulombe warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Sands, the right-hander, also getting loose. And it's fouled away.
Ball 2.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Bader raging back towards the wall. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Thought that was a no-doubter. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
So up next for New York, Jose Siri. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. That's towards center. That's out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter, Starling.
2 outs, base is empty.
Marte.
Starling Marte digs in now. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. Out there to center. And it falls. And that keeps the inning alive.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Marte off of first with 2 away. That to right. And a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
That's back-to-back singles for him. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
Nimmo at the plate now as he chases after that one. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Chases the changeup in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Mets 6 and the Twins nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The designated hitter, Willie Castro.
There's the strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
No balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground right side. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and that's a great play for the out.
I love the fact that the pitcher didn't become a spectator on this play. Nice job by the first baseman to dive, get dirty, knock that ball down, and if the pitcher's not there, he's got nobody to flip it to. Excellent job by both those guys.
And now Jose Miranda, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He swings and fouls one off. Line drive caught.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
Correa at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one.
0-1's the count.
Foul ball there. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Started after it. Appeal to first. No swing. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Now the third baseman, Royce Lewis. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one's gone. All muscle to center field. His second of the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 6-2. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Pitching for
So
New York.
Minter will take over.
Number 33.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter
AJ
coming up to hit. Classic
Minter.
bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Now it's going to be Matt Wallner. The flip to the pitcher covering. And the lefty reliever does his job. Just one pitch to get the inning-ending ground out. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 6-2. You're watching Major League.
Now pitching from
We're
the
back.
Twins.
It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new
Number
pitcher on the
54.
mound. Danny Coulombe.
Danny.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Coulombe measures 5 feet 10 inches, 35 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Swings through that.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that
No
front
ball,
side
2 strikes.
against this left-handed breaking ball.
Ball, that's low.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first
Now
out here in the ninth. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Swings and misses. And that's strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
And that one fouled off. And there's a ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He circles the bases. His 4th home run of the season. And they tack one on the board. It's 7-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. It's not easy to hit a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate for a home run, but I think it caught just too much of that outside part of the plate. Maybe a little bit of a mistake, but he didn't miss it at the plate.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First
Ball
pitch
1.
doesn't find the zone. Strike 1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his
I
arms
got 1
extended,
ball, 1 strike.
tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Outside, that's a ball.
Swings and misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. The Mets add 1 to their lead on this solo shot. It's 7-2. This is Mets baseball on the show, NYC. Bottom of the ninth, and now for the Twins, Trevor Larnach. Tap foul at the plate. The 0-1. There's a strike, 95 of that one. And takes low for ball one.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. So here's Bader
the center
now.
fielder, number 12, Harrison Bader.
Just off the outside edge. Swinging a foul straight back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Base is empty, one away here in the last half of inning number 9. Next pitch is outside. Ground ball left side. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
One out, runner at second. And next for Minnesota, Edouard Julien. Not close with that one, and that's ball one. One out and a runner at second. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Lindor pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
And good defensive play prevents a run from scoring right there.
Number 8, Christian.
So they're down to their final out. And now the Twins catcher, Christian Vasquez. Headed towards the corner. Soto really on his horse for it. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets take game 1 of the series on the road.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.